Hey there, welcome to my studio in New York City. I am Daniel Norton, photographer, and I asked you, how'd I like this? So I'm sitting here in my studio and I had some images I wanted to go through, and I thought this was a perfect opportunity to add to this kind of series, if you will. Seems like everyone's liking it, and I love being able to go through my old images and kind of pop them out. So this is actually kind of an older image. This is, it's got to be going on 10 years old. And some of you have already got it. So I threw the image up first. I saw some of the comments, and it's a fairly simple shot. So I was asked if I could draw kind of like an overhead diagram. So I'm going to try to do that on the side here. So let's jump to my iPad. So behind her is a white wall. Okay. This is in my tiny little apartment that I had in Miami. It was probably maybe 10, maybe let's say 12 by 12, roughly the space. Had warm wood floors. So I used a roll of paper actually behind her, not a white wall. I say that. And the reason why I did that is because I didn't want the warm floors to affect the color. So I basically rolled the paper up behind her and underneath her. Okay, so she's basically right here. This wall on the opposite side behind me is white. I'm right here with the camera. Now, how do we get the light to look the way it does? Couple things. Number one, first of all, I'm using all umbrellas. I've talked about this before. There was a time where I didn't use soft boxes. I only used umbrellas. This was that time. These are all shoot through umbrellas. That's the important part here. So there's one here, one here, and they are shooting basically across from each other to get a nice even wall, right? That's how you get the wall even. But because they're shoot through umbrellas, light's coming from this side as well. And that's how you get this. You could also get it by super overexposing the background a bit and letting it flare back. This just gives me more control because I can turn the umbrellas to where I want them. So like this, and with the white wall bouncing, she was actually lit, probably about one stop under where she is here. And I could have brought the exposure up, but that would have blown it out a little bit more on the cheeks, which I really didn't want. So I brought in a third light. Again, another umbrella, another shoot through umbrella. And the reason why I mentioned, again, this is all very important. It's a shoot through umbrella, and I'm shooting this way, like I'm using it as a bounce umbrella. So what we get is the light on her face that gives her shape, right? We can see the shadow right here. That's from that. But because this is a shoot through umbrella, again, light's coming through here. And as I mentioned, this wall is white. So that's how she's filled in. If we zoom in on this, we can see here's the umbrella. Here I am. And this here is basically just the white wall bouncing back. And that's how we get kind of a nice, even light across her, but with some shape. And it still keeps the color pop. How close did you get? Would you do this differently? Would I do this differently? I think I might do it differently now that I am, in this studio. I'm in a different space. I have different equipment. But I'd love to know how you would do it if you didn't get it right, or even if you did. Let me know in the comments below. In any case, if you haven't already checked the description, you're going to find links to gear I use, to my podcast, to all kinds of good stuff. So check that out. And I'll talk to you soon.